Do you find though that those bridges, when you build them, can also serve a excuse me for the word political, but a political purpose? And I think that I don't mean that in a pejorative way. I mean, politics is used to get LGBTQ rights. It's used to sort of change the fabric of the country in a lot of ways, change laws. Do you find that those bridges that you build that are on a higher plane can serve that purpose as well, or you have to leave that purpose behind?
No, I think, listen, the issues that politics at its best tackle are very critical, very important. I will say, politics will always exist. We're never going to get rid of that. And there will always be divides. People come from very different backgrounds and perspectives and have very different interests when it comes to the law.
So I always think of prior to marriage equality, hearing so often people say things along the lines that were like, hey, you seem like a nice guy. I just don't approve your lifestyle, and I don't think that you should be able to get married. But you're a nice guy. I'll have dinner and I'll drink sweet tea with you.
Well, by the way, take up that offer to drink sweet tea.
Yeah, I love sweet tea.
But you have to listen. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't feel good when you hear that. I heard that many times on that campaign trail. But sit down and have that dinner. Sit down and have that meal, because when you approach those conversations, here's some things I suggest we don't necessarily solely lean on. Facts. This is going to sound racy. Science, Constitution, and the law. As much as I believe they were on our side in our fight for equality as LGBT people and in other civil rights battles, I think the most effective way to create change is to take it one step further and to figure out the story, the very personal story that will help illuminate those politics, that science, that Constitution that should be on your side, and share that story. Because if you share all the science and the facts, the other side just digs in deeper. They just dig a deeper trench. It becomes warfare. It's not personal. It's a game. Right. That's what we're seeing going on right now. And it's not touchy and feely to tell a story. It's actually harder work. It takes a little bit more thoughtfulness. It takes the courage to get personal. And I say, if you can find that story of your own that illuminates all of those facts, use it. Use it at that dinner table, and I bet that person starts to shift. I also bet when they start telling you their personal story, you understand that some of the reasons they voted the way they voted, which you don't agree with, has less to do with politics and more to do with fulfilling the promise to make their kids' lives a little bit better than their own. And you start to see a little bit eye to eye, and perhaps you can find some common ground.